Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the most elegant graduation ceremonies in the world. Now will you please stand for our national anthem by one of our 2001 graduates, Katrina Kirkland. That was wonderful, wonderful. Up until now, I thought Aretha Franklin could sing the Star Spangled Banner better than anybody in the world. Changed my mind about that. Benjamin Franklin once offered this prayer: grant that not only the love of liberty, but a thorough knowledge of human rights may pervade all nations of the earth, so that a philosopher may set his foot anywhere on its surface and say, "This is my country." Amen. Surely we can join in that sentiment at the College of Charleston, a place we proudly proclaim to be the university of the world. More than a half century ago, Dr. Henry Nelson Snyder, the great president of Wofford College, wrote, "I have never felt there was anything quite like an American college commencement. Here are fused to create an atmosphere of some of the most noble emotions, the presence and the very air of sacrifice on behalf of both parents and students, the glow of satisfaction at the reward for it received at last, the hope, the faith, and the future as the result of what these degrees and diplomas represent, that feeling that comes from the breaking of ties of comradeship, and also the presence of groups of alumni, varying ages, sometimes noisy in their handshaking and backslapping, critical of any change that has been made since their day, lapsing back into exaggerated replica of their college days. All these but hint at the imponderable presence that makes commencements unique in both behavior and meaning. We are, of course, gathered for that very special occasion about which Dr. Snyder wrote, an American college commencement. And not just any American commencement, the most unique one in all America. We celebrate today the law of the harvest. Law of the harvest. You plant the seed, you water the seed, you fertilize the seed, and then you harvest. That's the law of the harvest. Our graduates represent today that harvest, and we rejoice in them. When they arrived, I told them three things. I told them the best time to be happy is now. The best place to be happy is here. The best way to be happy is make other people happy. And the best other person to make happy is me. That's what I told them. And let me say they have most definitely done that. Our students have made me very, very happy. Just a few short years ago, they came to us with high hopes, lofty ambitions, and a commitment to learn, and the ambition to have a little fun along the way. Now, with increased knowledge and wisdom gained through hard work and perseverance, they have finally arrived at this grand day. There's something more important, though, than the information they have absorbed and the skills they've learned. They've acquired something that will guide their lives when the information becomes outdated and the skills outworn. They have learned what colleges and universities struggle most urgently to teach. They have learned how to learn. Those who know how to learn have learned enough. Those we teach and those who teach us are only those whose lives we share. Our graduates have honored us by sharing their lives with us and by allowing us to share our lives with them. We honor them today for having done so. Now, today is also a family affair, representing love, patience, and in many instances, sacrifice that Dr. Snyder talked about. Sacrifice on behalf of families. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the faculty and administration of the college, we honor not only the graduates, but their families as well, especially the mothers, on this Mother's Day. An integral part of commencement activities is the award ceremony, which was held yesterday. I ask that each of the award recipients who are graduating today to stand so that we may congratulate them on their outstanding accomplishments. Award winners. This year we have 6 perfect 4.0 GPA graduates, almost impossible accomplishment. And to think that 6 of our scholars in this graduation class has reached that almost unprecedented milestone. So would each of you please stand as I call your name and remain standing until all names are called. Perfect 4.0 GPAs: Lucy, Lacey, Marsha, Arnold, Barbara Bayer, Erica Blackwell Odom, Anna Elizabeth Broman, Timothy Carroll Strange, Charlie Morgan Taylor. I'm indeed grateful to our faculty. It has been a rare privilege for me to have had the opportunity to serve them and to live among them. They are, as I never get tired of saying, the best thing about the College of Charleston. And now at this time I present Ms. Whitley Moretti, President of the graduating class, who will make a statement on behalf of the senior class, followed by Ms. Kelly Lindsay, President of the Student Government Association, who will make a statement on behalf of the student body. They are both indeed magnificent representatives of the College of Charleston, of their classmates, and of their generation of Americans.
President and Mrs. Sanders, Board of Trustees, faculty, family, and friends. This is such a proud moment for us today, the culmination of 4 of the most significant years of growth and change in our lives. In looking back on these years, my memory replayed an overwhelming number of events and people who have influenced me during my time at the College of Charleston, and I found a theme that seems to apply to all of us: choices. On its highest level, the college experience is a time of transition from adolescence to adulthood, a time when we are formulating the values and developing the skills that will shape our future. I thought when I started here at the College of Charleston that by the time I graduated, I would be a finished product, but I know now that my journey is just beginning. Years ago, when I was a child, My decisions were much easier, and everything seemed perfectly clear. As I grew, the answers were not quite as simple, and I was taught it's not just what happens to you in life that matters, but how you handle what happens to you in life. I must admit, I was a little uncomfortable with the thought that problem solving was supposed to be my job. When I was chosen to come to the College of Charleston and be part of the Emerging Leaders Program, I couldn't wait to see where the path would take me, and what a path it was. During the 4 years that followed, there were so many lessons to be learned and challenges to be met that looking back now is nearly as overwhelming as looking forward. Every day there were choices to be made that helped to shape my identity here on campus and as an emerging adult. But when those choices seemed too much for me, I thought of the inspiring words from the inaugural address of Mr. Nelson Mandela, who said, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light and not our darkness that frightens us most. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you to not be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our light shine, unconsciously we give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. And now we depart from our cherished campus, a place that has sustained and nurtured us during the final days of our youth. There will be no more dress rehearsals. From now on, the choices we make will permanently impact the course that our lives will follow. In parting, I'd just like to say a simple thank you to all of those connected with my time here at the College of Charleston, for all of the opportunities I've had, for all of the warmth and caring support I have experienced. And with the words of Tom Petty, I'll close by saying, one day in some far-off place, I will recognize your face. I will not say goodbye, my friends, for you and I shall meet again. Let's all go forward and make good choices. Thank you.
President Sanders, Mrs. Sanders, Chairman Smith, and members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, distinguished guests, family, and friends, thank you all for coming today. I am so excited that you've come to share this special day with us, but however, my comments are to my fellow classmates. Today, we should be proud of us, how far we have come, but should be eager to face the challenges we have yet to come. We remember the first day of college. We were all so excited to be here, and yet still so nervous. We were nervous about what the future would bring, nervous about what to expect, excited about a new place, a new town, excited about new friends and experiences. Who would have thought that our final day of college would mimic our first day? Although we are experiencing the same emotions of that first day of college, we've changed tremendously since that day. We have become thinkers, people who are educated in a variety of subjects. We have learned to think outside the box and appreciate all that is to be learned. We understand that a difficult class does not mean a terrible professor, but instead he is a wonderful educator who has challenged us to always do our best. We have also become cultured. We have been taught by professors of many ethnicities. We have friendships of people with all backgrounds, beliefs, and values. We have studied other languages inside the classroom in hopes that we would better understand lifestyles and tongues that are foreign to us. Some of us have even had the privilege of traveling abroad to further study these experiences in other cultures. Most importantly, we have become open-minded. We have the ability to look beyond barriers and to overcome the challenges we have faced. Having an open mind allows us to appreciate all of those who have taught us, those who have supported us, and those who have presented us with opposition. An open mind has allowed us to learn from our mistakes and strive to be the best that we can be. As we take the skills that we have learned, we must remember that we are the future. We are the doctors who will take a step closer to finding the cure for cancer, the scientists who will solve the energy crisis, the teachers who will overcome violence in the schools, and the politicians who will make the choices that will affect generations to come. In closing, I would like to leave you with an inspirational that I read a lot. It's called Pointers for the Day. Think freely, practice patience, smile often, savor special moments, make new friends, rediscover old ones, tell those you love that you do, feel deeply, discard worry, forget trouble, forgive an enemy, keep a promise, take a chance, try something new, reach out, have good ideas, make some mistakes, learn from them, be crazy, count your blessings, observe miracles, make them happen. Pick some daisies, share them. See a sunrise, listen to the rain. Look for rainbows, gaze at the stars. See beauty everywhere, laugh heartedly, spread joy, reminisce. Life is a journey that we all must endure and experience, but it's a short-lived one. Follow your dreams and never do anything less than your best. I just wanted to wish all the mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day, and may the Lord bless the class of 2001.
Aren't they wonderful?
The class of 2001 has made a special gift to the college this year. They have recognized Alex and Zoe Sanders by contributing to the Sanders Scholarship Endowment. The gift is made in appreciation of the many contributions by the Sanders to the class of 2001 and to the College of Charleston. A plaque designating the gift will be installed at the base of one of our cistern yard trees. Congratulations to everyone who participated in the project. Many thanks to the seniors for their gracious gift.
I will now be joined by Mr. Smith, Mr. Tim Dangerfield, Vice Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Mr. Joe Berry, Chairman Emeritus of the Board, for the conferring of honorary degrees. I ask Trustees Marie Land and John Clark to escort Mrs. Zoe Dutrow Sanders to the podium.
I hereby present Zoe Dutrow Sanders, who was born March the 15th, 1938, in Columbia, South Carolina, attended public schools, and was graduated from the University of South Carolina. After graduation, Mrs. Sanders became an advocate for the voiceless. As founder of the South Carolina Humane Association, she successfully led the struggle to ban the decompression chamber as a method of euthanasia for animals. Please let me draw attention to the fact that there is an error in the program. Mrs. Sanders is sitting there to have founded the Columbia SPCA. This has taught me not to rely on oral history ever again. She, as coordinator of the kitchen at Trinity Episcopal Church and at Trenham Road United Methodist Church, she fed the homeless and the hungry. As First Lady of the College of Charleston, she has devoted extraordinary time and energy to enhancing its beauty. Her aesthetic influence is visible in the tasteful renovations of the buildings on campus and the beautiful palette of colors she created. Zoe Sanders made the President's House a home for students, staff, faculty, and alumni, opening wide the doors to all who live, work, and learn at the college. She established rituals that mark the seasons of the year: the September picnic, the holiday open house at 6 Glebe, the magical staff-faculty Christmas gala, and created a sense of community that joined the custodial worker and the distinguished professor. An impresario of entertaining, she arranged flowers in season, planned menus suitable for each occasion, and greeted every guest by name. But she never forgot to applaud the efforts of those who helped: the cooks, the wait staff, and the staff of the physical plant. Her hospitality manifested the genuine interest she has in people as individuals. an interest seen not only in ceremonies, but in the quiet and unheralded attention she gives students, staff, and faculty in their triumphs and in their sorrows. All of Zoe's gifts and talents have borne fruit in her magnificent book, Entertaining at the College of Charleston, featuring beautiful photographs of the historic buildings which make the college an architectural treasure, and her own recipes for the scrumptious food which she has provided to nourish students and supporters, from casual picnics at Storybook Farm to elaborate galas at Dixie Plantation. It is a masterpiece in its presentation of the history, community, and ceremonies of the college. It has spread the story of the college where alumni have gathered from Boston to San Francisco. Through Zoe's assiduous and personal marketing, it has earned $300,000, which funds 6 scholarships for deserving students. This number will grow even larger through the years. It is my pleasure to present Zoe Dutroux-Sanders, a culinary genius, a consummate hostess, an altruistic First Lady, an accomplished author, and the benefactor of generations of students at the College of Charleston.
Zoe Dutroux-Sanders, as First Lady of the College of Charleston, you have selflessly devoted your time to enhancing its beauty, its image, its sense of community, and its humanity. Through your efforts in writing and producing Entertaining at the College of Charleston, you have generously provided scholarships for deserving students who would not otherwise be able to afford an education, and created a legacy which will endure for generations to come. For all of your accomplishment, the College of Charleston is honored to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina, granted to the Board of Trustees and committed to me, I declare that Zoe Dutroux-Sanders is now admitted to the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters of the College of Charleston. And that her. I'd like to ask Kelly Lindsay to come forward for one more time to present Dr. Zoe Sanders with a small gift from the senior class for all of her hard work on their behalf. Now, I hereby present our commencement speaker and honorary degree recipient, Alex Mullings Sanders, Jr., who was can't help themselves, who was born on September 29, 1938 in Columbia, South Carolina, attended public schools, and was graduated from the University of South Carolina with a BS degree in English in 1960. In 1962, he received an LLB degree from the University of South Carolina School of Law, where he was elected to the Order of the Coif and to the USC Law Review. In 1990, he earned an LLM degree from the University of Virginia. He began his successful career as a lawyer in 1962 as an associate with the law firm of Belser and Belser, and practiced in association with other lawyers until 1974, when he became senior partner of Sanders and Quackenbush. His career as a lawmaker is equally distinguished, elected to the South Carolina House of Representatives in 1966 through 1974, and to the South Carolina Senate from 76 to 1983. He championed human rights issues, environmental causes. Judge Sanders became the preeminent jurist during his tenure as Chief Judge of the South Carolina Court of Appeals and Acting Associate Judge of the South Carolina Supreme Court from 1983 to 1992. His stature as a jurist is further attested to by his being chosen as the president of the American Bar Association Council of Chief Judges of Courts of Appeals and as the vice chair of the American Bar Association Conference of Appellate Court Judges, which represents all appellate court judges, state and federal, throughout the country, as a member of the Board of Trustees of the National Judicial College, and as a member of the three-person American Bar Association Committee to advise the University of Virginia Law School graduate program for judges. He has also served the arts and business communities. He was appointed to the Board of Trustees of the Spoleto Festival in 1992 and to the Board of Directors of the National Bank of South Carolina in 1994, on which boards he still serves. Universally acknowledged as witty, eloquent, and profound, he has given speeches throughout the United States to various organizations, including, among others, the American Bar Association, the Fourth Circuit Judicial Conference, and numerous state bar associations. As an educator, he was asked to give graduation speeches at the University of South Carolina, Wake Forest University, the University of Virginia, and Tulane University. The honoraria from these speeches, totaling over $200,000, he has contributed every penny to the College of Charleston Foundation. Sanders' study and contemplation of the law have borne fruit in numerous publications. He has co-authored 3 books, including a trial handbook for lawyers, and has published articles in the South Carolina Law Review, the Journal of Southern Legal History, the American Bar Association Judges Journal, and the Carolina Lawyer. One of his articles, Newgarth Revisited, Ms. Osborne's Case, which is required reading in some law school courses, was presented as a drama at the meeting of the American Bar Association. A demanding and inspiring teacher, Sanders taught as a member of the faculty at the University of South Carolina from 1974 to 1983, as a member of the adjunct clinical faculty for the winter semester at Harvard Law School from 1981 to 2001, as a member of the faculty of the Aspen Institute in 1996, and as a member of the faculty of the College of Charleston from 1992 to present. In 1992, because of his stature as a teacher and scholar, he was appointed president of the College of Charleston. As the articulate, charismatic leader of the college, he has attracted national attention to her merits. He has wisely husbanded her resources and created a collegial community in which faculty and staff work harmoniously with an eye toward the greater good. Although he is a man for all seasons, it is his advocacy for students at the College of Charleston which has earned him an enduring legacy. With his open-door policy to all students at all times, the presidency became a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week job. He was in attendance when the basketball team won, when the soccer team starred, when the swim team triumphed, when the sailing team vanquished, and when the golf team excelled. He applauded the drama students in their productions, glorified with the gospel choir, and trained the nominees for Rhodes Scholarships. But he was also there to comfort the students in grief, to exalt them in their personal triumphs, to write recommendations for jobs in graduate school, and to intercede for their struggles. Widely recognizing that the students are the heart of any college, Alex Sanders devoted extraordinary energy and time to making the students at the College of Charleston aware of their importance, their responsibility, and their obligations in the great enterprise of education. Though his love for and commitment to our students is amply demonstrated by the energy and effort he has given to them day in and day out, there is one more evidence of his devotion, one that you will witness soon. As this ceremony closes, President Sanders will give these students a final farewell. He will include the word from a great philosopher and a tender admonition. If you listen closely to these words, as I have for 8 years, you will notice from time to time that his voice cracks. If you are sitting close enough, you will see that his eye is moist with tears. Not because this is his last commencement as president of the College of Charleston, but because of his abiding love for all of you. Thus, the College of Charleston has decided that today the only fitting way to honor our commencement speaker is by making him a member of his last graduating class. We do that today by conferring upon him an honorary Bachelor of Arts degree. I present to you Alex Mullings Sanders, a distinguished lawyer, lawmaker, jurist, educator, and to the students of the College of Charleston, a wise and compassionate member. To the members of the 2001 graduating class, your classmate.
Not yet. 9 years ago, I stood here as Joel Smith did, as the chairman of the board of trustees of this wonderful college. And I was so honored today to be able to stand here and read the citation for Alex. And particularly after hearing Ms. Moretti tell us about choice. I remember 9 years ago, this college was looking for a new president to follow Harry Lightsey, and we had a choice. And I want to tell you what a choice this board made at that time. I thank you, Alex, and I thank you, Zoe, for what y'all have done for the College of Charleston. Alexander Mullings Sanders, Jr., as lawyer, legislator, and jurist, you have rendered distinguished service to the state and its people. The greatest gift you have is to the students of the College of Charleston through your tutelage and wise counsel, and through your compassionate care and unstinting devotion of time and energy. You have inspired students to reach their highest potential and assume the responsibilities of the citizenship of our great country. For your efforts, on behalf of the individual student as well as the student body as a whole, the College of Charleston is pleased to confer upon you the Bachelor of Arts degree.
By the authority of the state of South Carolina, granted to the Board of Trustees and committed to me, I declare that Alexander Mullings Sanders, Jr. is now admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Art of the College of Charleston.
Mr. Chairman, those eloquent words, members of the Board of Trustees who gave me the best job in America for almost 10 years, faculty and staff of the college, ladies and gentlemen, Zoe, and most especially the class of 2001. Now, as everybody knows, the College of Charleston was founded 231 years ago by 3 men who signed the Declaration of Independence and 3 other men who were authors of America's first Constitution. I never get tired of saying that. But over the course of the next 2 centuries, graduates of the college have included even more prominent Americans, statesmen, eminent theologians and philosophers, distinguished authors and artists, internationally renowned scholars and scientists, captains of American business and industry, and even famous sports and show business personalities. Specific examples are even more impressive. The first governor of California was a graduate of the College of Charleston. Did you know that? The first governor of Arizona was a graduate of the College of Charleston. The first Republican nominated for President of the United States was a graduate of the College of Charleston. America's first architect was a graduate of the College of Charleston. America's foremost classical scholar was a graduate of the College of Charleston. The senior biologist for the Manhattan Project at the time the atomic bomb was developed was a classics major at the College of Charleston. The director of the National Space Administration was a graduate of the College of Charleston. President Reagan's Secretary of Energy was a graduate of the College of Charleston. The chairman of the United States Senate's Finance Committee during World War II was a graduate of the College of Charleston. The chairman of the United States House Armed Services Committee during Vietnam was a graduate of the College of Charleston. The first host of the Today Show was a graduate of the College of Charleston. The head coach of the Sacramento Monarchs was a graduate of the College of Charleston. The point guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers is a graduate of the College of Charleston. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have my permission to forget everything I just said. With great pride and joy, I now have the honor and great privilege to present the most distinguished graduates ever of the College of Charleston, the class of 2001. Make no mistake, America's greatest generation is not the generation represented in history books. America's greatest generation is not the generation that won World War II. Representatives of America's greatest generation are before you today on the cistern. Today is their day and tomorrow too. They represent a student body better in every way than the student body of which I was a part in the 1950s. Beneath their minimum trespasses and transgressions, they have an abiding desire not only for praise, but for praiseworthiness, for fair dealings as well as good deals, for honor as well as advantage. During their brief time at the college, they have voluntarily undertaken more than 100 organized acts of human kindness, ranging from tutoring at the Jenkins Orphanage to working at the Ronald McDonald House to volunteering at the local homeless shelter. The morality and proper behavior can be judged in a number of ways, some profound, some relatively trivial. The fact a few of them may have made a little bit too much noise on the weekend, had a little bit too much fun, is nowhere nearly as important as the caring and unselfish attitude the vast majority of them have demonstrated every day in their lives. The greatest days, like the best days of the College of Charleston, are before them. Like the College of Charleston, they are a work in progress. The 19th century was about economic freedom. The 20th century was about political freedom. The 21st century will be about Americans deciding for themselves what is moral and what is not. The College of Charleston class of 2001 is prepared today to make that profoundly important decision. They will, I confidently predict, eclipse all those who have gone before. They will, I confidently predict, confront the world like hot lava meeting a thundering surf. The world, I confidently predict, will never be the same. But first, they have to get a job. You know, I have two things in common with today's graduates. We are both receiving our undergraduate degrees today, and we both have to get a job soon. I've been thinking about that a lot lately, and I have developed some ideas on the subject of work. So I thought I would give our graduates some advice on their future employment. You know, advice is an absolute requirement of graduation speakers, isn't it? Have to do that. So here goes. You're going to spend more time at your regular job than at anything else in life, so you might as well enjoy it. Try to do something that contributes to the common good. The amount of money you are paid is important. Money is sometimes a curse, but the absence of money is almost always a curse. It's more important, however, to find some work that interests you and challenges you. Most of us have to work. That sure includes me. But of course, there are alternatives for some people. If you try very hard, you can be just as happy with a rich husband or wife as with a poor one. But let me tell you something about that. It's much more important to marry somebody who is easily amused, has a keen sense of humor, and a keen sense of irony. Let me tell you something else about that. Love can get you through times of no money better than money can get you through times of no love. Each of you has had responsibility before today. More than half of you were employed while you were at the college. In early years, however, and until now, the balance between being a receiver and a giver of benefits has leaned largely in the direction of receiving. As you move into the workplace, as you move from being someone's child to someone's husband, someone's wife, someone's parent, the increasingly urgent question will be not what do you need, but what can you give? As you march across the system today in the presence of parents, husbands, wives, friends, relatives from whom you have received so much, bear in mind that it will only be a brief time before you return to this place or to some similar place as a parent yourself, no less anxious and no less proud than those who surround you today. Three things in life are especially sacred: the prayers of a poor person, the tears of a bride, the first breath of a baby. Babies are put here to replace us. We didn't inherit the world from our parents. We're borrowing the world from our children. You must someday make an accounting to your children. You have the task then of endowing the fact of your existence with meaning and purpose. Other than friends and family, the most important thing you have in life is what Miss Marietta talked about and Chairman Emeritus Berry talked about, and that is choice. There are always going to be choices other than take it or leave it. If you don't like your life, change your life. If you don't like who you are, change who you are. Natural history teaches that survival in a changing world does not depend on physical strength or high intelligence. Survival depends on the ability to change. Today is the last day of your childhood. Last day of your childhood. For most of you, there's a happy thought available tonight, just before you go to sleep. There's no school tomorrow. So never stop playing. Make your own fun. There's no school tomorrow. Be the driver in your own life, not the passenger. Don't bum rides on other people's opinions. Think for yourself. Every day holds the promise of opportunity and the possibility of success. Civilization advances by conquering time. There's nothing you need to wait for. Take life one day at a time. But if the days attack you all at once, fight back all at once. Do not go gentle into that good night rage. Rage against the dying of the light. Try hard to see the world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. Don't be too liberal when you're young, or you'll be too conservative when you're old. You will not be mentally calcified. You don't want to end up being a boring old geezer going on and on about how much better things used to be. How boring men make poor husbands, and well-behaved women seldom change history. Now, at the same time, don't be too conservative when you're young, or you'll be liberal when you're old. You don't want to end up 60 years old looking like Jerry Garcia with a ponytail and an earring, do you? You know, even Jimmy Buffett got a haircut eventually, didn't he? The main thing, though, the main thing is easy. The main thing is be who you are and be true to yourself. The biggest lie you can ever tell is the lie you tell yourself. So my advice is simply this. Do whatever makes your heart sing. Money will follow. Work as if you don't need the money. Love as if you've never been hurt. And dance as if nobody's watching. A year from now, today will be only a memory. But if you live a long, long time and you remember what you've learned here, and you still love truth and noble beauty in your friends, your family, your husbands, your wives, your children, your fellow human beings, and if you keep your sense of humor and remembering the purple shadows of the cistern, the colonnade of Randolph Hall, and the dreams of your youth, you can say someday, on the second Sunday in May 2001, Mother's Day, I won a high honor. I was graduated from the College of Charleston. Thank you.
Thank you, President Sanders, for that good advice. Good advice for the class of 2001 and good advice for all of us. It is in vogue these days for presidents, as they are beginning to think about leaving office, to worry about their legacy. You have no need to worry about yours. Yours is about to walk across this stage.
Y'all just have to give me a minute, okay? I call now again on Mr. Joel Smith, Chairman of the Board, representing the state of South Carolina, to present the diplomas. Dr. Andy Abrams, our provost, will assist.
Upon successful completion of all requirements and with the recommendation of the faculty, I have the honor to present the graduates of 2001. Assisting with the presentation of the bachelor's degrees will be Professor Joy Vandervoort Cobb of the Theater Department, Professor Mark Landis, Chairman of the Theater Department, and Dr. Susan Catwinkle of the Theater Department.
Assisting with the graduates from the School of the Arts will be Dean Valerie Morris. For the bachelor's degree in art history, joining us will be Dr. Diane C. Johnson, Chair of the department. Lucy Marshall Baxter. Jennifer Elizabeth Bodiford. Chandler Elizabeth Boyd also meets the requirements for historic preservation and community planning. Elizabeth Massey Bush. Colleen A. Cronin. Firouzeh Baking Flordelis also meets the requirements for studio art. Vanessa Beth Hobson. Catherine Abigail Lee. Mary Graham Logan. Paul Barrett Neal. Lucy Susanna Pyland. Tila Rose Kamer. Melanie Lynn Rogers. Erica Marie Summerwitz also meets the requirements for Spanish. Kendra Constantine Wilson also meets the requirements for arts management, magna cum laude. Holly Elizabeth Winchell. For the bachelor's degree in arts management, joining us will be Dr. Karen Chandler, director of the program. Daniel E. Atwill. Lindsay Dean Gertz also meets the requirements for communication. Lindsay is also a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell. Nicole Lynn Grasso. Jada Nanette Harris. Megan Marie Hess. Cooper Lee Hill, cum laude. Taylor LeJean Hauser. Mary Christine Kennedy. Paula Ann Knob also meets the requirements for communication. Sean Bear Lerner. Cara Ruth Marcus. Edward Patterson Milborn. Susan O'Neill Oakes. Benjamin Rush Putnam. William Royster, Converse Falcon Roberts, Sandaran Helene Savaril, Hallie Marai Sherrard, Amy Elizabeth Tibbles, Alice Matthews Walton. For the degree in Historic Preservation and Community Planning, joining us will be Professor Ralph Muldrow, co-director of the program. Inger Cecilia Freyholtz, magna cum laude. Shelley Elena Hart, cum laude. Charles A. Howell also meets the requirements for art history. Meredith Brooke McMillan also meets the requirements for history. Charles D. Rhodes. Mary Ellen Sertel. Jessica Rion Welch. For the bachelor's degree in music, joining us will be Professor Steve Rosenberg, chair of the department. Wilma J. Caldwell, Catherine Emily Clifton, Florencia D. Concilio, Mary Margaret Dishman, Nathaniel W. Eschler, cum laude. Margaret Ann Florence. Margaret's diploma will be presented by her mother, Ms. Hope Florence, magna cum laude. Jose Farias Lemos, Matthew Parker, cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in studio art, joining us will be Professor Michael Tyzak, chair of the department. Rebecca Allison Ansert, Tyson Lane Boatwright, Mary Rebecca Brockman, Dana Marie Bryant, Matthew Scott Burnett, Stephen Richard Davis, Ann Randolph Decker, Jennifer Kellum Edwards, Anastasia Gazos, Catherine Macaulay Gugliotta also meets the requirements for art history. Heather Hawkins also meets requirements for business administration. Stacy Reynard Haynes, Elizabeth Miles Hazard, Natalie Louise Holst, Aaron L. Halter, Jennifer Kimbrell Johnson, cum laude, Matthew Edward Younger, Alicia Jean Jakowski, Moon Gregory Longo, Amanda Catherine Patterson also meets requirements for English, Bridie Kathleen O'Brien, Mark K. Reed, Cecilia Rosewald, Mary Lynn Scardania, Jason Richard Shaw, cum laude, Elizabeth Bradsher Voorhees, Jonathan Paul Zouton. For the bachelor's degree in theater, joining us will be Professor Mark Landis, chair of the department. Douglas Kennedy Callan, Patrick Antoine Geegan also meets the requirements for art history, magna cum laude. Robin V. Hardy, Theodore S. Lowe, Kimberly L. McGee, Megan Ray Mathis, Barry Adam Miles, Erin Elizabeth Murphy, magna cum laude. Brian Orr, Tracy Elizabeth Pacina, Allison Marie Phelps, Kelly Lynn Rector, Jean Harley Shackelford, Jessica Marion Smith, John Marcus Smithson, Yakita LaShawn Stooks. Stephen Vincent Toth also meets the requirements for communication. Alan R. Yarborough. Assisting with the graduates from the School of Business and Economics will be Dean Clarence M. Condon III. For the bachelor's degree in accounting, joining us will be Dr. Linda Bradley, chair of the department. Monica Elaine Beck, Daniel Plaxco Chandler, Zephyr Chamora, Brian Christopher Dubus, Devlin Dupree Elvington III. Dulce Fahy also meets the requirements for business administration. Zachary Maxwell Fanberg also meets the requirements for business administration. John Lewis Flack, Matthew Garrett, Lori Ann Hagberg, Anna Marie Hages, Erica Elizabeth Hammond, cum laude. Adam Zachary Hollerback also meets the requirements for business administration. James Burt Huggins, cum laude. Sharon Hunt, Guy G. Laver, Kristen Johan Lintho also meets the requirements for business administration. Kelly Brooke Patterson, Christopher Raymond Putnam, Joseph Dominic Raculia Jr., Rebecca Lee Sherman, Ida Summers Stone, Chadwick Dean Sweatman, Paula Marie Tiberi. Andrea Suzanne Trantham also meets the requirements for business administration. Sandra F. Wade. Sylvia Wood also meets the requirements for Spanish. For the bachelor's degree in business administration, joining us will be Dr. Rhonda Mack, chair of the department. Andrea A. Ackerman. Franklin Adams. Joseph Marvin Alston. Ralph Arsbach. Shannon Mary Atkins. David B. Amer. Daniel Robert Bailey. Sonia Lee Baker. Michael Ernest Baran. Summer S. Barnett. Kevin Barrett. Catherine Lynn Beecham. Matthew Connor Beckham. Adrian Elizabeth Bennett. Barry E. Benson cum laude. Matthew G. Biggs. Daniel Brian Borkett. Angela Marie Brown. Adam Burke. Clifford Gordon Burris, Jr. Nathan Hillerich Bushmeyer. J. Catherine Byland, cum laude. Ryan Wade Carpenter. Mark Carroll. B.J. Choi. Jeremy Christopher Clement. Daniel Philippe Cezanne. Kristen A. Cocky.
There you go.
Damian Contes. Brian Conway. Thomas Edward Costello. Justin Truitt Craig. James A. Curry. William Jessen Cuthbert. Kelly Cuthbertson, cum laude. Christy A. Dabbit. Lucas Durant Dantzler. Maria Francisca de Vila. Robert King Davis III. Sanquanette Delane Davis. Thomas Bayan Davis. Lisa Marie Deaton. Brett Jordan Dixler. Troy D. DeSelms. Meredith DeWell. Paul Johnson Donofrio. Andrew P. Donahue. Jeffrey Paul Dunbar. Kevin Dupuy. Teresa M. Dyslexy. Tracy Marie Edenfield. Lisa Rose Edmonds. Todd Edward Elliott. Ryan David England. Kendra Lynette Faber. J. Allen Feinstein. Fred Fellers. Amy Catherine Thiertura. Jacqueline A. Fico. Jennifer Arissa Firestone. Stacy Elizabeth Gabella. Demetria Sherelle Gadsden. Jason Edward Golick. Hillary Ray Glazman. Kevin Christopher Gleason. Sarah Lynn Goodrow. Vanessa Patricia Gordon. Catherine Rebecca Grant. Kalani Elizabeth Green. Emily Louise Habel. Meter Williams Harris III. J. Connor Hayden. Jessica Lee Hill. Catherine Allison Hillock. Matthew Forrest Hunter. Matthew Keene Igo. Mary Neal Hust. William Paul Jackson. Damon Elgonda Johnson. Kelly Geronis. Carolyn D. Kapler. Jason D. Kochigan. Justin David Keeney. Heather Kennedy. Leanne Kenny cum laude. Lauren Kent. Robert M. Ledoux. Rebecca Lancaster Laney. Rebecca is also a graduate of the Honors Program. Her certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell, cum laude. John Michael Lewis. Christopher Mark Lomanek. Jason Lund. Ajana Claire Nicole Lynch. Courtney Lee Mace. Tina Lee Ford Maddox. Kimberly M. Magnum also meets the requirements for communication. Jeff Manheimer. Scott Lee Markham. Nikisha Siobhan Marshall. Erin Christina Maunder. Robert Johnson McGahee III. Jed McLuhan. Laura Elizabeth McPherson. Victor A. Meyer. Ryan Michelson. Stuart Whitney Miley. Angela Michelle Moore. Jessica May Moore. Sarah J. Morgan. Sherry Michelle Moulton. Tyrone Nelson. Colin J. Nero. Rebecca Ann Newman also meets the requirements for accounting. Jared Daniel Overcash. Amy Marie Paradise cum laude. Allison Nicole Parnell. Zachary Ross Patterson. Meredith Andrea Perdue, Robert F. Pilch, Carolyn Ann Pitcavage, Robin Ann Powers, Marianne Beatty Price, Christopher Skinner Prosser, Reagan Caroline Quigley, Jennifer Lynn Rimkus, Courtney Page Ruth, Joseph R. Rutland, Megan E. Savini, Melanie Marie Schoper, Glendon D. Schraw, Ian Albert Schwartz, Ashley Elizabeth Scott, Brian Joseph Scott, Travis R. Siebert, Sarah Pride Shoemaker, cum laude, Ann McNeil Singleton, Catherine Allison Snell, Daniel Brasil Suarez, Jennifer Lee Stansel, Robert Seth Steitler, Travis L. Stess, Andrew Highland Tackett, Emily Hunter Taylor, Sarah D. Thomas, Shayna Felicia Thomas, Allison Laura Takaruk, Jacqueline Atkinson Tyler, Bart A. Walters, Michael Walters, Randall C. Walters, Carrie Jean Weber, Thomas Spencer Weber, Karen Melissa Weschler, Margaret Jane Westman, Sean R. Witt, Rachel Marie Winkle, cum laude, Lonnie Melissa Wolfson, Rachel Joy Wright, James M. Young. For the bachelor's degree in economics, joining us will be Dr. J. Michael Morgan, chair of the department. Ryan James Butts, magna cum laude, also meets the requirements for biology. Ryan is also a graduate of the honors program. His certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell. Brian Gray Crisp, Adam Everett Krotz, Joseph Hartung, Paul James Shea. For the bachelor's degree in international business, joining us will be Dr. Rhonda Mack, chair of the department. Tracy Lynn Adams, Kareem Bullock Bassi, cum laude, Aaron Lee Bond, Joseph Leggett Bostick III, Julian Nicholas Charpentier, Charlotte Clark, Travis P. Davison, Andrew Stephen Dyer, Gabriel G. Gagliardi, Jason Lamar Gates also meets the requirements for French, Anne Florette Gillay, Elizabeth Reams Hamilton, Emily A. Hanwell, Charles Martin Isaacs, Stacy M. Jackson, Antoine Jobert, Christine Kent, Adriana Maria Kaiser, Lyra Lavin, Eric McCulloch. Matthew Grant McLaughlin, Matthew S. Reeves, Joseph Brandon Rich, John Franklin Reek, Scott Sewell, Anthony James Smith, Heather Tremblay, Nadeja Sutsumanova,
For the School of Education, assisting with the graduates from the School of Education will be Acting Dean Francis Welch. For the bachelor's degree in elementary education, joining us will be Dr. Virginia Bartell, chair of the department. Tamara Lynette Alexander, Emily Marshall Armour, Lacey Marcia Arnold, summa cum laude, Allison Early Barnes, Hollyann Renee Berry, Shannon Lisa Bolton, Tara Marie Botcher, Alicia Lindsay Bowles, Drew Michael Brakey, Sarah G. Brewer, cum laude, Lindsay Taylor Brown, Nicole Marie Brunetti, Darcy Elizabeth Bunch, Stephen Michael Clark, Laura A. Confer, Melissa Annette Cooley, Lindsay T. Cummings, Emily Lauren DeBall, Catherine Louise Daniel, Courtney Ann Droz, cum laude. Jacqueline Denise Eads, magna cum laude. Frankie L. Edwards, cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Elliott.
This one's out of order. She lost her card.
So where did she go?
She's right in the H's. Just call her name when she comes.
Alicia Denise Evans. Janelle Fedrich. Bethany Grace Ferguson, cum laude. Julie Kristen Floyd. Ashley H. Freer, cum laude. Teresa Fromm, cum laude. Joey Bozard Gardner. Laura Helena Garrett. Latoya Tamika Gibson. Sally Hayes Gordon. Ashley Brooke Gottlieb, magna cum laude. Shari Latoya Graham. Kimberly Marie Grancelli. Catherine A. Gidry, cum laude. Landon Hamilton.
She's HEC.
Roger Harveland.
It's her. It's her. Okay.
Katrina Hetchenblackner.
All right.
Beth Aaron Henninger. Angelica R. Heron. Sarah K. Hopkins. Catherine Alicia Ingram also meets the requirements for Spanish, cum laude. Leilani Margaret J. Jennifer N. Johnson. Leslie Lourdes Johnson. Courtney Jill Lampert. Elizabeth Ann Lashley. Gail Cassandra Matayabas. Lisbeth Marie Mary, magna cum laude. Melissa Joy Mitchell, cum laude. Beth A. Mounts. Alexander Legree Mozingo. Tara A. Newton. Heather O'Brien. Maria Ann O'Donnell. Nicole Y. Parker. Mary Hollis Parks. Joshua David Parsons. Kelly Sue Parton. Catherine Elizabeth Perry. Elizabeth E. Phillips. Sally Irene Pollitt, cum laude. Rhonda Darlene Pye, cum laude. Brandy Michelle Rafer. Angelique Lavelle Razak. Catherine N. Reuter. Melissa Denise Santiago. Mary Ann Schaefer also meets the requirements for French, cum laude. Adam Thomas Scherkel. Candace Jill Schuler, cum laude. Dana Nicole Smigoki. Hayden Elizabeth Smith. Janelle Shante Spurgeon. Elizabeth Cecily Sribnik. Karen Eleanor Steinmeier. Kara Patience Stevenson. Shanna Ella Suderth. Marjorie Lynn Sweeney. Jamie Lee Swint. Nina Silva Valacruz. Lindsay D. Verostek. Katrina Dion Washington. Zena Watkins. Thanks. Amy Bridget Wecht. Brandy Michelle Welch. Emily Marie Willard. Michael Theron Williams. Stacy Marie Wiesand. For the bachelor's degree in special education, joining us will be Dr. Robert Perkins, acting chair of the department. Rebecca Russell Blaine. Todd C. Brown. Mary Ashley Can. Eric Dale Clymer. Liza T. Connerty. Nicoya Cox. Robin Marie Davison, magna cum laude. Claudia E. Godlewski. Sarah Suzanne Hazel. Kristen Elise Kowalczyk. Sarah Emily McCaw. Laura Pickard. Sabra Taylor Setzler. Candace Ann Smith. Linda Calhoun K. Smith. Peyton Ann Smith. Lauren Elizabeth Stein. Jonathan Robert Stevens. Karen Margaret Thompson. Charles Todd Winsky. Raul L. Weinson. Suzanne Catherine Yanchik. Amy Nicole Young. For the bachelor's degree in physical education and health, joining us will be Dr. Andrew Lewis, chair of the department. Shayla Melissa Abrams. Amanda B. Bacon. Kelly A. Bayham. Michael Jeffrey Barr. Reggie Antonia Beeks. Elizabeth Lindsay Bissig. Amelia H. Bradley. Robert Jamel Brooks. Colleen Grant Cassidy. Juliana Solaro. William Colombe. Kristen Price Courtney. Tiffany Marie Kroll. Emily Ann Dar, magna cum laude. Kristen Elizabeth Duval also completed the secondary teacher education program. Catherine Harriet Edge. Erica Jane Girth. Derek Sylvester Green. Christina Marie Hamilton. Rebecca Jean Harmon. Danielle Haven Harris. Kristen Elizabeth Keck. Ryan Keith Hilliard. Christopher William Horschel. Jeremiah J. Jacobs. Sarah Allison Keene. Courtney Briggs Klimek. Dana Lynn Lacavera. David E. Lago. James Randall Lambert also completed the secondary teacher education program. Jessica Renee Larman. Catherine Page Lowry. Brittany Myers. Allison Marie Milligan, magna cum laude. Jill Lena Mims, magna cum laude. Thomas William Perrin. Emily Parks Polati. Tiffany Ann Popoli. David John Reckenbeil. Michelle E. Smith, cum laude. Sean Irvette Smith. Todd Logan Strong. Leslie Ann Wise. Katrina Renice Young. Lauren Nicole Ziegler, cum laude. Assisting with the graduates from the School of Humanities and Social Science will be Dean Samuel M. Hines, Jr.
Just call his name.
Jesse Smith. For the bachelor's degree in anthropology, joining us will be Dr. Christine Hope, chair of the department. Carmen Carotti. Kathleen Elizabeth Coriel. Elizabeth Reed Cox. Jocelyn Elise DeYoung. Walter Eugene Eller III. Christopher Philip Erbland. magna cum laude. Travis Groves. Danielle Lynn Hands. Terry Blythe Henderson. Jonathan Robert Holt. Takai Ishizuka. Timothy Blair Killen, magna cum laude. Katrina Epps. Chad M. Cruz. Chad is also a graduate of the Honors Program. His certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell. Jill Marie Langenberg. Martin Vinther Lorson. Colin Michael Mera. Jennifer Jean O'Donnell also meets the requirements for religious studies. Mary Catherine Pasandik. Meta Jean Pike, magna cum laude. Kathleen M. Strope also meets the requirements for history, cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Strout. John A. Vaughn. John Robert Ward II. Sterling Watson. Julie R. Wilburn. Jody Lynn Zack. For the bachelor's degree in communication, joining us will be Dr. Douglas Ferguson, chair of the department. Joachim Ebels. Whitney Lane Anderson. Kristen Babinich. Rhonda Bailey. Stephanie Marisa Barber. Christine Barzola. Melinda Denise Bennett. Courtney A. Blandford. Jennifer L. Bohannon. Hillary L. Bowler. Sarah Nicole Bracciali. Brooke Braden. Shantae Lachey Bradley. Kevin Thomas Brach. Emily Ann Brennan also meets the requirements for Spanish. Henry Irwin Bridges IV. Sarah Melissa Bright. Allison Renee Brown. Daniel Brent Bunnell. Kristen Lori Bynum. J.C. Michelle Campbell. Rustina L. Carrington. Caroline Hatley Katingub. Christopher Blount Chamberlain. Weslyn Vanessa Chubb. Christina Marie Cece. Faith E. Kolaluka. Catherine Coleman. Gretchen Marie Connolly. Brian E. Connolly. Christopher Fluent Conrad. Michael Brian Cook. Fulton C. Cornwell. Kimberly M. Cummings. Stephen A. Daly. Jody Marie DeLeo. Howard S. Denny III. Catherine Kelly Dickerson. Ashley Elizabeth Donner. Meredith Elaine Ernest. Megan Lisa Forb. Bradford Eugene Fox. Ashley Mae Gabry. Mary Beth Gallogly. Catherine Rebecca Gavalas. Kristen Lynn George. Christine Ann Gibbons. Katie Goldenberg. Amanda Grant. Lindsay Brooke Greenberg. Christopher M. Griffith. Heather Ann Grebstad also meets the requirements for arts management. Wendy J. Groff. Virginia Taylor Hurd. Joseph Matthew Hebenstreit. Carrie Hewer. Holly Michelle Hewitt. Carly Elizabeth Howard. Aaron Patrick Height. Robert Christopher McGill. Kim. Is this Catherine Lynch? Jessica Bree Hubert. Thomas Lane Hudson. Taylor Lee Innes. Brian Hutchings. Jacqueline Catherine Jamaris. Todd Matthew Jessup.
Good, all right.
Nakisha Rondale Jones. Clifford June. Margaret S. Keeley. Brian H. Keenan. David Michael Kelly. Matthew C. Klein. Kenneth R. Koch. Amy Kissling Kunzel. Julie E. Larson. Jason P. Lynch. Kenneth James Lowry III. Catherine Michelle Lynch. Robert Christopher McGill.
That's him right there.
Ryan Christopher Marks.
Here's Allison.
Allison Marie Martin. Thomas M. Martin, magna cum laude. Megan Chance Matlock. Emily Ann McDermott. Lucas Coulter McFadden. James Russell McHugh. Kelly Danielle McKinney. Matthew David Merriman. Erin Kate Miller, cum laude. Maria J. Melonas. Jennifer Mogenberg. Whitley Ann Moretti. Rachel Claire Morrison. Kimberly Ann Murdoch. Timothy James Moreau. Julia Ellen Nalitz. Kelly Ann Nelson. Jessie Caroline Neinstein. Tyler Oakes. Elizabeth Myers Odom. Carolyn Park. Thomas Jordan Pate. Catherine Shannon Philbin. Richard Patrick Pierce. Leslie Norman Putney. Lucinda Eden Race. Theresa Lee Ramey. Ann R. Richardson. Brooke Ricker. Emily Catherine Reich. Emily Cole Rawson. Megan Elizabeth Russ. Alexandra Christiane Saget also meets the requirements for business administration. Rebecca Ann Sargent. Jennifer Christine Schrober. Claudia Ann Seeger. Catherine Michelle Scott. Charles Scott. Kim Elizabeth Siciliano, cum laude. Elisa Gail Smith. Elisa is also a graduate of the Honors Program. Certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell, magna cum laude. John Rhett Smith. Euclides Adam Sullivan, cum laude. Marisa Mary Spicer. Quincy O. Tate. Sarah Ann Taylor. Kyle Rawls Thaxton. Rebecca Thelke. Amy Allison Tutherow. Mai Betty Van Dyke. Laura Eden Wainwright. Gina Washington. James Ryan Wheatley. Christina Wycliffe Bessinger. Leslie E. Wilkes. Catherine Parry Wilson. Nicole Marie Wolfe. Danielle Marie Iacovella. For the bachelor's degree in English, joining us will be Dr. Nan Morrison, chair of the department. James A. Black. Holly Catherine Brown. Matthew Brian Burt. Paul Nicholas Calvert. Elizabeth Luann Davis. Elizabeth Ann Bennett Dempster. Carlo Lachelle Goodson. Marissa Ashley Hartis. Brooke Ann Celeste Heller. Peachy Moncure Lynn. Jason R. Maxey, magna cum laude. James Charles McGovern. Rebecca Ann Mitchell. Lee B. Normand. Lee is also a graduate of the Honors Program. Certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell, magna cum laude. Aaron Lee O'Neill, cum laude. David Edmondson Peeler. Melissa Ann Pluta. Shirley Nicole Plyler. Nicole is also a graduate of the Honors Program. Certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell. Ying Ying Poon. Andrew S. Radiker, magna cum laude. Amy Elizabeth Sams. Michelle Smith. Timothy Carroll Strange, summa cum laude, top honors graduate. Elizabeth Lynch Williams. Kira Page Ziegler. For the bachelor's degree in history, joining us will be Dr. Marvin Delaney, chair of the department. William Baldwin. Jeremy Elton Biedenbaugh, magna cum laude. Matthew Scott Belknap. Jeffrey Allen Blankenship. Carrie Lynn Borzilieri, cum laude. Kimberly L. Cantrell. Lindsay Coker. Claire Malia Cunningham, cum laude. Mark Stephen Crary. Cara Ann DiFrancesco. George Rutledge Durant. Carlton Elliott. Daryl Levon Farewell. Joseph Neil Graham. Ashley Owen Gregory. Carrie Ann Hurst. Theodore James Heaton. Elizabeth A. Hicks, also completed the secondary teacher education program. Gerard A. Kerwin. Gene Howard Kaiser, Jr., magna cum laude. Charlotte Ann McAlilly, cum laude. Matthew Wright McCormick also meets the requirements for theater. Amy Elizabeth Nash. Jason Matthew Nutzman. Patrick Sensiba. Michael Christopher Shanley. Alec Bromley Smith. Courtney E. Sorge. Jacob P. Stern. Wesley Strickland. Assisting with the graduates in languages will be Dr. Rick Rickerson, head of the Division of Modern and Classical Language and Literature. For the bachelor's degree in classics, joining us will be Dr. Frank Morris, chair of the department. William S. Ellis. William is also a graduate of the Honors Program. Certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell, cum laude. Thank you. Elizabeth Blake Haynes, magna cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in French, joining us will be Dr. Jeffrey Foster, chair of the department. Cherie Morel Dautel, magna cum laude. Colleen Marcel Duty. Laura Catherine Eisenstadt. Katrina Kirkland. Julie Johnson McKinney. Courtney Rivers. For the bachelor's degree in German, joining us will be Dr. Frank Morris, chair of the department. Emilia Rose Brandon. Andrew Mitchell Smythe also meets the requirements for philosophy. For the bachelor's degree in Spanish, joining us will be Dr. Andrew Sobieso, chair of the department. Kendra M. Allen. Aaron Reynolds Bowman. Joseph Brake. Tiffany A. Comstock also meets the requirements for anthropology, cum laude. Tiffany Lachelle Floyd, cum laude, also completed the secondary teacher education program. Elizabeth Susan Fox. Shauna Catherine Gaffney, cum laude. Bronwyn Gammons. Bronwyn's diploma will be presented by her mother, Deborah Gammons, a member of the College of Charleston Board of Trustees. Caroline Marie Guano. Corinne Guidi. Corinne's diploma will be presented by Dr. Deborah Gammons, a member of the College of Charleston Board of Trustees. Camille Dubose Lohman. Anna Reed Markham, cum laude. Sarah Rebecca Marquet. Elizabeth Ann Pless. Angela Vernell Rivers. Maritza Roncancio. Christina Weeks.
For the bachelor's degree in philosophy, joining us will be Dr. Richard Noonan, chair of the department. Jennifer Morgan Arvidsson. Wallace Hennon Aaronclough. Nicholas Alexander Eleftherio. Connor John Lighthizer. Carlton Douglas Lyons. Samuel R. Pierce. Samuel is also a graduate of the honors program. His certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell, cum laude. Christine Louise Smith. Justine Beatrice Wells also meets the requirements for psychology, cum laude. She is also a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by Dr. John Newell. Rebecca Young also meets the requirements for history. For the bachelor's degree in political science, joining us will be Dr. Lynn Ford, chair of the department. Charles Andrew Anderson. Caroline Cecile Batt also meets the requirements for Spanish. Michael Brooks Bender. Olivier Boileau. James H. Bridgman. Brian H. Brown. Joanna Nicole Butcher, cum laude. Paul Mark Condon. Matthew G. Condi. Daryl Dean Curtis also meets the requirements for philosophy. David Wesley Decker. Heather Christine Driggers. Allison Durkee. Cheryl Marie French. Paul Osborne Holmes III. Andrea Elizabeth Holthauser. Michelle M. Jerriman. Byron Vance Johnson II. Carolina Lee Johnston. Mark Forrest Kaplan. Karen Elaine Moldovan. Michael O. Nelson. Brandy Owens, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Tufts Perry. Stephen Bauer Penley. Mariana Radich. Sarah Elizabeth Sanders. Emily E. Staley, cum laude. Ronald Vignon. Amanda Lee Wright. Kimberly Ann Wysong. Zachary Thomas Ziedler. For the bachelor's degree in psychology, joining us will be Dr. Charles Kaiser, chair of the department. Andrew Ackerman, Laura Ann Applebaum, Elizabeth Gilliard Bailey, Holly B. Batt, Brian Bradley Bennett, Donald Allen Berglund, Emily Kirkland Betzel, cum laude, Veronica Denise Bolton, Tamika LaShawn Thomas Breland, Kelsey Katrina Brockbank, Aaron Ashley Briggs, Meredith Winstead Brown, Emily Smithline Brown, Katrina Ann Bruce, Crystal Louise Cantrell, cum laude, Michael Huey Capps Jr., Stacy Lee Carluck, Karen Eileen Concau, Victoria B. Corbett, April Bliss Kramer, Carrie Virginia Kreider, Jennifer R. Daniels. Jennifer is also a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell, magna cum laude. Reagan Christine Fantry, Gina Marie Farah, Corinne Marcella Foley, Anna Gretchen Flores, Lillian Alicia Flores, Brian Anthony Fox, Scott Ridgely Franklin, Brooke Lynn Fuller, Martin E. Grant, Catherine Lane Gaffis, Kimberly Megan Gauss, Erin Marie Griffin, Christopher David Harju, Courtney Diane Harris, Jamie L. Harris, Jennifer Ann Herring, Amy Meredith Hill, cum laude, Danielle Marie Hodgman, Christina Gloria Hutchinson, also meets the requirements for anthropology, Nikesha Deanne Jacobs, David Joseph Jerkowski, Rebecca Abigail Kapp, Jocelyn Kennedy, Kelly Elizabeth King, Erin Lynn Kirchgessner, cum laude, Aaron Michael Levy, Catherine Moore Lorenz, also meets the requirements for French, Jennifer R. Love, Dawn Matthews, Heather Mary Matthews, cum laude, Matthew Christopher McCauley, Mark David Rushlin McLeod, also meets the requirements for biology, Catherine Alexander Mendat, Gregory Earl Mills Jr., Susan Coelho Montgomery, cum laude, Jody Lynn Moore, John Baker Mullaney, Erica Blackwell Odom, summa cum laude, top honor graduate, Debbie Elizabeth Paul, Kristen Marie Pierpont, Mandy Marie Pollahan, Suzanne Elizabeth Poole, Jessica Lynn Pugh, Catherine B. Rank, Aylin Rice, Rebecca Elizabeth Ritchie, cum laude, Emily Elizabeth Risher, Julie Elizabeth Roberts. Julie is also a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell. Michelle Diane Ross, Myrtle Huntry Sanders, Carrie Beth Siegel, Lakeisha Alethea Smalls, Amber Christine Stegelin, Samantha Lynn Stokes, also meets the requirements for sociology, Selena Hope Sumner, Michelle Marie Swenson, Catherine Elizabeth Talbot, Jessica Aaron Thomas, Alicia Gail Thornhill, Shalonda Nicole Townsend, Lisa Culbertson Wagner, cum laude, Nathan S. Ward, Heidi C. Watson. Heidi is also a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by Dr. John Newell. Andrea Rose Webb, Catherine Talbot, Sarah Nicole Weeks, Giselle Marie Williams, Melissa Danauer Wood, Mutsumi Yamauchi. For the bachelor's degree in religious studies, joining us will be Dr. Richard Noonan, chair of the department. Laura Scott Calder. Gavin Morgan Cooper also meets the requirements for philosophy. Matthew Anthony Hand. Rodney Knowles. For the bachelor's degree in sociology, joining us will be Dr. Christine Hope, chair of the department. Marin Anderson. Jennifer Ann Arato. Meredith Joan Bates. Thomasina Bonaparte Bell. Mary Caroline Blackburn. Zakiya Jamila Blackwell. Amanda K. Bunting. Daniel John James Callahan. Heather Ann Campbell. Benjamin K. Carnes. Elspeth Cockrum. Victoria Andrena Drayton. Monica J. Edwards. Lindsay Free. Alan Walia Graham. Julie Ann Gunter. Robin Lynette Hempton. Adam James Kester. Leah Ann Leary. Juliana Diane Leipold, cum laude. Melanie K. Locklear. Lisa Michelle Long. Simora Lynn Middleton. Melinda Marie Montando. Colleen M. Peck also meets the requirements for French, cum laude. Catherine A. Failer. Anna Claire Shirky. Catherine Elizabeth Spiegel. Jeffrey Frank Stander. Jessica Rice Stern. Ada Rachel Shupak. Sarah Marie Tomaskovic. Rachel Walker. Dana Rachel Wine, cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in urban studies, joining us will be Dr. Jane McCullough, director of the program. Waukesha Tyrandra Boyd. For the bachelor's degree in biology, joining us will be Dr. Paul Marino, acting chair of the department. Assisting with the graduates from the School of Sciences and Mathematics will be Dean Gordon E. Jones. Jennifer Lee Amsler. Adam James Basic. Joshua W. Balance. James Hamilton Bear. Jeremy S. Batten. Lisa Belil. Lisa's diploma will be presented by her mother, Dr. Delilah Belil, cum laude. Carol L. Benage. Anna Hampton Birancott. Kathleen E. Bosley. Heather Marie Briley. Charles I. Brown. Amy Lauren Kaysen. Gregory Brian Cottle, cum laude. Daniel James Coble. Mary Roberta Day, magna cum laude. Christina K. Diano. Catherine DiStefano. Catherine Elizabeth Donahue also completed the secondary teacher education program. Yuriko Sue Durst. Alan Wayne Edwards, magna cum laude. Katrina A. Emilianoff also meets the requirements for biochemistry and chemistry. She is a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by Dr. John Newell. Bo Bryant Evans. Catherine Allison Evans. Deanna Cherie Fisher also meets the requirements for psychology. Darren R. Flynn. Karen Garvin. Adam Godney. Kimberly Latoya Green. Jeffrey L. Gresh. James Hull also meets the requirements for psychology. Loretta Lynn Hoover, magna cum laude. Catherine S. Hutchison. India Sharice Johnson. Carrie N. Kuhita. Russell William Lake. Leaf Stephen Lamons. Victoria Chase Lawrence also meets the requirements for studio art. Her diploma will be presented by College of Charleston Board of Trustee member Tim Dangerfield. Jennifer Christy Lemons. Rachel Kirsten Lipka. Lindy J. Lopez. Adam Tony McKee. Keisha LaBelle McKelvey. Her diploma will be presented by College of Charleston Physical Plant member Mr. Douglas McKelvey. Joseph T. Mingoya. Jennifer Lynn Morse. Kira Aileen Murphy. Christina Marie Norenberg. Emily A. Novak. Emily is also a graduate of the Honors Program. Her certificate is being awarded by Dr. John Newell, magna cum laude. Leah Marie Odom. Kenneth Dale Owen, cum laude. Jennifer Marissa Orek. Shella Umakant Patel. Kelly Eric Perkins. Carmen Christina Polito, cum laude. Jessica M. Raskell. Jessica is also a graduate of the Honors Program. Her certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell. Sean LeClaire Reeves. Christina Ann Regal. Michelle K. Robbins. She is a graduate of the Honors Program. Her certificate is being awarded by Dr. John Newell. Brian Saunders, magna cum laude. He is a graduate of the Honors Program. His certificate is being awarded by Dr. John Newell. Brian also completed the Secondary Teacher Education Program. Kimberly Latoya Green. Jeffrey L. Gresh. James Hall.
Those are old. That's okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Rochelle Lynn Schmidt, cum laude. Francis Weston Sheely III, cum laude. Michael J. Sheely. He is a graduate of the Honors Program. His certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell, magna cum laude. Danielle Sandra Smith. Vicky K. Smoke. Farzan Martin Sudavar. Hyatt Taylor. Rachel Elizabeth Teller. Martin Andrew Trojanowski. Margaret Kelly Tuggle. Gerald Smith Tyler. Sean Christopher Vincent. Candace Michelle Vogt. Sarah Elizabeth Watson. Jennifer Lee Webb. Joe Lee Whitley. Lindsay B. Wilhelm. Ashley Paige Wilson. Lee Beth Woodman. Jessica Leanne Yates. For the bachelor's degree in marine biology, joining us will be Dr. Paul Marino, acting chair of the department. Elizabeth Marie Bartocini. Alicia Kathleen Bednarik. Shelley Denise Bostic. William Bradford Boyd. Katie Rochelle Burns. Jamie Carol Coombs. Erica Lynn Cunningham. Tanya Cockcroft. April Lynn Dandridge. Jennifer M. Fonazio. Stacy Marie Dover. Jennifer Marie Frank. Emily S. Gartzka, also meets the requirements for elementary education. Leslie Gordon. Douglas S. Gray. Daniel Earl Griffin. Christy L. Henson. Jessa Louise Hills. Virginia R. Hoffman. Jennifer Carol Kohowski. William Lamont III, also meets the requirements for biology. Amanda Loon, magna cum laude. Jessica McQuain Miller. Ian Kalani Moody. Amy Renee Neely, cum laude. Adriana L. Salazar. Charles E. Simpson. Sarah Ann Smith. Jennifer Lynn Terry. Ann Elizabeth Vandiver. Byron Allen Waller. Jonathan Blaine West. Alexis Stephanie Alma Wollesen. Erica Lee Wright, cum laude. For the bachelor's degree in biochemistry, joining us will be Dr. James Deaver, chair of the department. Graduates receiving a degree in biochemistry also meet the requirements for a degree in chemistry. Laura Ann Calcutt also meets requirements for biology. Neil Stewart Cooch. Andrew Cornwell also meets the requirements for mathematics. Karan T. Kennedy. Janine L. Ladson. Janine is a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell. Fredolyn Manalo Lapata, cum laude. Felix Joseph Nepvu V, cum laude. Tiffany Christina Rush. Mindy R. Stelling, magna cum laude. She is a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by Dr. John Newell. Francesco R. Wagner. Matthew J. Wright. For the bachelor's degree in chemistry, joining us will be Dr. James Deaver, chair of the department. Malcolm Morgan Acock. Elise Stella Bickford. Stephen Carson Brinson also meets the requirements for biology, cum laude. Jennifer R. Downs. Jennifer is a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by Dr. John Newell, summa cum laude. Kelby O. Kaiser. Antonio Carlos Ragos. Richard T. Woofter II. For the bachelor's degree in information systems, joining us will be Dr. Christopher Starr, chair of the department. Michael Thomas Adams. Crystal Chell Kovar. Orly Devale Kuvin. Yeah! For the bachelor's degree in computer science, joining us will be Dr. Christopher Starr, chair of the department. Keith Martin Alexis. Marcus Oliver Beamer. Pamela S. Bell. Andrew Michael Cates. Ripon G. DeLeon. Hell yeah! Raja Richard Samuel Randall Harris. Nicholas S. Moody. Boris Podvin. Valerie K. Sessions. Kip Austin Smith. John Moodry Ryan. Angel Lennis Stello. Stephanie Eflena Wagner. Philip Zauby. For the bachelor's degree in geology, joining us will be Dr. Mitchell Colgan, chair of the department. Laura Claire Driscoll, cum laude. John Peyton Hurd. Kelly L. Kaskin. Kelly is also a graduate of the honors program. Certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell, cum laude. Kelly R. Lindsay. Kelly is a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by Dr. John Newell. Andrew Wheeler O'Connor. Thomas Godfrey Quattlebaum also meets the requirements for biology. Christopher Raymond Stang. For the bachelor's degree in mathematics, joining us will be Dr. Dina Cavaney, chair of the department. Alice L. Adams. Alice is a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell. She meets the requirements for French, magna cum laude. Sarah M. Arendt. Sarah is a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by Dr. John Newell, cum laude. Kenneth Edward Armstrong. Sarah Elizabeth Bailey. Melissa Catherine Fulla also completed the secondary teacher education program, cum laude. Amanda J. Glover. Amanda is a graduate of the honors program. Her certificate is being awarded by the director, Dr. John Newell, magna cum laude. Erica Suzanne Hood. Kimberly Camille Lewis. Deanna Elizabeth Pauley, cum laude. Todd Jason Shorb. Lindsay M. Stevens. Lindsay Budden Woods. For the bachelor's degree in physics, joining us will be Dr. John Hakilla, chair of the department. Jeffrey Leon Arnold also meets the requirements for biology. Adrian B. Corman also meets the requirements for mathematics. Rhonda Hunter Crawley. Ruffwayne Nicholas Kuven. Stephen Hartley Fernandez. Frederick H. Howdy III. Adam Robert Kraus, magna cum laude. Stephen T. Long.
Will all the candidates for the bachelor's degrees please rise? And now, by the authority granted to me by the College of Charleston Board of Trustees, the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science as earned has been conferred upon these candidates. Now, at this time, the Auditum Baccalaureatus degrees will be awarded. The College of Charleston has awarded this degree for more than 2 centuries. That grand tradition continues today in the persons of Mary Ellen Banazik, a classics major, William Seabrook Ellis, a classics major, Elizabeth Blake Haynes, a classics major, Barbara Ann Bice, a history major, Brooke A. Hella, an English major, Jason R. Maxey, an English major, and Elizabeth Lynch Williams, an English major. Will they rise? Now, it's traditional for the award of this degree for the audience to also rise. And now there is a further tradition which is designed over the centuries to humiliate the president by requiring that he read the degree in Latin for the last time. Carutativus Arcadium Tributius hos eveniens in homonimina literis preclara Euridus on gradum audium baccalaureus et midsi. Now everybody can sit back down. So, congratulations to all our graduates. Special congratulations to Zoe. I'm very proud of her. Nobody worked any harder for her degree. Every good idea I ever had at the college was her idea or our idea together. Every bad idea I ever had was my idea alone. I'm grateful to the Board of Trustees for the honorary degree they gave me today. Not everybody gets an honorary bachelor's degree, and I am honored to receive the same degree our undergraduates received today. I am honored to be in their presence. And now just a word of farewell to our graduates. We who have been your teachers have taught you all we know. We await with pride and hope the unfolding of your dreams, the achievement of your goals, the emergence of your vision. I will spare you in this, my last graduation ceremony, the cliche of every graduation ceremony. I will not tell you that the future is yours. The future is not a gift of mine to give. The future is an achievement, has to be earned. If you have both feet firmly planted on level ground, if you face the future supremely confident, if you have all the answers now, then the College of Charleston has failed you. The future does not belong to those who are self-satisfied or to those who are content with today, nor does it belong to those who have forgotten the past. You are now becoming a part of my past. I hope you remember me as I will remember you, and I hope you will remember to teach us all as we once taught you. We love you all very much. I love you all very much. I will miss you. Goodbye.